DuckDuckGo anti-tracking email protection service. It's free, however, it is in beta, and me personally, I almost never ever waste time with beta programs, whether it's software that you would download to your computer or some kind of beta service on a website. However, obviously, you are not I, or I am not you, and so you can check out the service, but I will not be checking this service out because it's still under beta. Alright? Now what you can do with this service by DuckDuckGo, it's a email protection service. Basically they claim that it is anti-tracking. What happens is that you can create either a personal and or a private DuckDuckGo email address. It would be, let's say, aaronsucks@duckduckgo.com, or just a bunch of made up characters, just anything. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 10 11 12 9, mn@duckduckgo.com. Then you would provide that email address to a service that you're signing up for, maybe a newsletter, maybe you're ordering online, and then those emails will get forwarded to your real email address that you designate. So it's a forwarding service that DuckDuckGo claims that it's also anti-tracking. Now let me just cut to the chase and I will show you how you can use it. You can either use it using the mobile application. I do not use dumb devices, also known as smartphones. But if you have a mobile application, well, if you have a mobile device, you would install the DuckDuckGo mobile application on Apple iPhone operating system or Google Android, and then you will want to upgrade to the latest version. Now you will open up the application, which is on screen, and then you'll navigate, you'll browse to settings. So click on settings, which they show them right here, and then you want to choose email protection. Alright? So basically the instructions are right here in this little GIF, graphical image file. Now that is on a dumb device, also known as a smartphone. That's all you have to do. On a desktop computer, you will want to install the DuckDuckGo browser extension, and it is compatible with Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome web browser, Microsoft Edge web browser, and Brave web browser, which I do not use Brave anymore. A big mistake. Brave is a total disaster. A plethora of websites do not work with Brave because they're not compatible. And that is just a rant. That's a separate segue digression. I digress back to this DuckDuckGo video. You know what I'm saying? But that is what you will have to install. Or also, it looks like it is compatible with Macintosh. Oh, but that's beta also. Just me personally, I never waste time with beta. I'm not going to become somebody's beta guinea pig. Unless I think 1 or 2 applications I've ever used. I had an old, I'll give you a quick story why. I had an older camcorder that uses i1394, which is also known as FireWire, to connect to a computer so that you can download video from tapes that the camcorder used, and I couldn't really find that many applications that allowed me on Linux, and so it was either an alpha or beta. I found a free program and it worked great. It connected to the camera. I would just run a task in that beta or alpha software program, and it would download the video in raw format, and then I would upload it to YouTube. Okay, other than that, I never waste time with beta programs. Just me personally, I don't waste time. Alright, I'm assuming that on a Macintosh it doesn't. Oh, well, is it for all these web browsers? I'm not sure, because Macintosh has Apple Safari. I'm not sure. I'm not sure in context they mean that DuckDuckGo for Macintosh, which is in beta for Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, and or Brave. You'll have to find that out on your own. Alright, so that's how you sign up. It's real easy. I will not be signing up, just as a caveat. Okay, now let's get into some of the features here, and I have to take 2 minutes 56, 53, 250, somewhere around there left in this video. Now, at one time there was a wait list. Now anybody can sign up for this beta program and get a DuckDuckGo email address. It's entirely free. It's actually an email forwarding service. It is supposed to remove email trackers. According to their intelligence gathering, they claim that according to 85% of their beta testers, 85% of them have some kind of hidden email tracking. I'm not going to get into the technicalities. Can it become very convoluted and complex? But basically, nowadays, email messages are basically hypertext transfer protocol pages. They're really web pages. And then your email program, or even if it's web-based, they can properly format that that hypertext markup language and make it visible for you. Well, what can happen is that email trackers can easily be hidden. It could be a pixel, it could be a tracking code, it could be a uniform resource locator hyperlink ad nauseam ad infinitum. I'm not going to go off into more of the technicalities, but that's basically what can happen. Now, they claim that you can have unlimited, unique, private email addresses. Now, a private email address is just, it would not be aaronsucks@duckduckgo.com necessarily. A private means just in context, you wouldn't use a name, you wouldn't use a business, just some made-up characters, just anything. You could even use some kind of hash program to make up some username. So 123 nqsf@duckduckgo.com. That's private. Public would be Aaron and my last name at duckduckgo.com, or Aaron sucks, or Aaron is the worst computer technician at duckduckgo.com. They claim that they provide link tracking protection and also encryption. Now, you can still reply. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a DuckDuckGo either private or public email address. Then, in your DuckDuckGo account, you're going to tell what email address to attach it to. So if you have a real email address, like, for example, this is just made up, alias@gmail.com. That is the email address that the DuckDuckGo service is going to forward. So any emails sent to aaronsucks@duckduckgo.com, they will get forwarded to alias@gmail.com. Okay, I already showed you how to sign up. Now, what time? Oh, I'm already into overtime. Quickly, what did I also want to include? Let's quickly go over some of these other. Email protection. Personal duck address, I already went over that. Unique private duck address, I already went over that. Link tracking protection, I already went over that. Encryption, I already went over that. Replying, I didn't go over this. Now, when you receive an email message to alias@gmail.com from the DuckDuckGo forwarding service, you can still reply. You would receive the email, you would read it, you would click on reply, and it will get sent to DuckDuckGo servers. And then it will, on the end user, the destination email address, the end user will think that you sent it from your alias@gmail.com. Although, since it's beta, I don't know if 100% that you are like anonymous, or, you know what I'm saying? I just do not know. And I don't plan on testing the service because I already reiterated. I don't want to reiterate what I already iterated. This is the dashboard that you will log in. So you have to create a DuckDuckGo account for this email protection service. And then here it is right here. Well, I don't have the actual protection, but if you go to duckduckgo.com/email, then that's where you can sign up. And I already told you the two ways: mobile, dumb device, smartphone, or a computer. Now, have to have either the application installed on your dumb device, I mean smartphone, or you have to have the browser extension. And I do not have the browser extension, and I do not plan on installing the browser extension. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in beta, and I just don't want to slow down my web browser any more than it already is. Oh, the calamity with these modern web browsers. Keep it simple, stupid. I mean, what's up with the old days of information technology when you had some decent web browsers? My favorite web browser is from like 20, 25, 30 years ago. Netscape Navigator. Those were the good old days. Well, they've been since disappeared long ago. Okay, I digress. Okay, these are just examples which I'm not going to go over about email protection. I kind of gave you clues to some, or I just bluntly told you. It's an anti-email tracking. It has a link tracking protection. It has encryption and blah, blah, blah. And kind of, anonymity, kind of. I don't know if I would call this anonymity because I do not know all of the working parts. I do not have access to their code. So I just do not know if you're really that anonymous. For, in regards to the forwarding and the replying. When you reply, does it really anonymize you, or can people still find out your Internet Protocol address or your Gmail address in the header? Did you know that every Internet Protocol, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol packet, every single one on the Internet has your IP address? And then if you send then email, have you ever looked at the header data for an email message? Yeah, oh, talk about revealing. Okay, I digress. Anything else? That's enough. Hey, you can try DuckDuckGo's anti-tracking email protection service. I'm not going to because it's still in beta. Adios.